Note that in full valuation approach, what we do is, okay, we find out what is the price of the bond under different scenarios. So that is why it is also known as scenario analysis approach, right? So you have a bond A, okay, you know that current interest rate in the market is 9%. Okay, so you will say that, okay, and the bonds price is, let's say at this interest rate the bonds price is 100.5. So you will evaluate what would be the bonds price when the interest rate decreases to 8.5%, right? So at this 8.5% you will value the bond. Okay, so when you are valuing the bond, you will have to discount all the cash flows that the bond is giving. Okay, you will discount at this 8.5% rate and find out the price of the bond, right? Note that for bond which is plain vanilla, wherein the coupon payments are fixed, right, this does not create problem. But think about those bonds where these coupon payments are dependent on this interest rate. Okay, example is like floating rate bonds. Okay, or we can take mortgage backed securities, wherein depending on this interest rate some prepayments may also come, right? So in that case you will have to evaluate all these cash flows. Okay, also if there is a callable bond, you will have to think whether this cash flow will come or not, whether the bond will be called away earlier than this cash flow coming, right? So in such cases the estimation of cash flows, okay, it becomes difficult, right? So but still you will have to estimate the cash flows. You estimate the cash flows and you discount all these cash flows at 8.5% return and you find out the price, right? So what will happen is there will be lots of calculation involved. So under the full valuation approach, the calculation that you will do is many, right? Now think we are only talking about one bond. Okay, what if I have a portfolio of bond where I have lots of bonds in the portfolio, right? So it means that for each of these bond, I will have to do this calculation and I will get the value of the portfolio, right? So some bond portfolio have as many as 500 bonds or 1000 bonds, right? Think about the computation complexity it creates, the full valuation approach. But nevertheless, the full valuation approach gives you a correct value. That means, okay, what will happen if the interest rate is 9% and it goes down to 8.5%, what will be the value of my portfolio? Using full valuation you get the correct value, but it is a complex. Okay, the mathematics or the computation is much more over here. What happens is like you get the accurate value, the advantages, okay, but if you have large number of portfolio, you have to compute for each of this.